So we'll move off of Jayden Daniels and talk about where these guys may go. I mean, Washington at the number 2 pick, Patriots at the number 3 pick. We assume both are going to take quarterbacks. They are both needing a quarterback. They've both moved on from their guy. The Commanders obviously new head coach there, Dan Quinn, defensive-minded head coach Andrew, and the Patriots with Drake Maye, ex-defensive player, new head coach as well for the Patriots. Do you not really an ideal scenario for either of these quarterbacks ending at either of these places? Do you think 2 deep defensive coach? This is one thing you've been saying a lot about recently within free agency as well, is how if you were a quarterback coming out of the draft, you would be really not wanting to land on any of these defensive-minded teams, I suppose, and especially in the situation where both these teams have got new head coaches. Yes, okay, Dan Quinn been a head coach before and a very, very good defensive coordinator, but Drake Maye completely inexperienced. It's a bit of a lose-lose, not a lose-lose situation, because of course you're going to the NFL, but both situations don't feel that great to go into. Do you think?
I think the Washington Commanders scenario is slightly better. I think they've got some nice weapons on the outside with Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson and people like that. They brought in Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson. Maybe can get a bit more out of Chris Rodriguez if he stays healthy. I think that, in a way, I think they've got a little bit better draft capital as well, haven't they? I think. So in that terms, you're going to be landing somewhere that's slightly better. And also you've got Cliff Kingsbury as well, who has worked with quarterbacks, younger quarterbacks, had a lot of success at college with younger quarterbacks. And I think, he's not going to be the head coach, so he can focus on building relationship and building that up. So I think that's a plus side, even if we don't think he's a good head coach. He's proven to work well with young college guys and get the best out of them. We saw that in his time at college. So I think that scenario is slightly better, because I think the Patriots, their offensive coordinator is Alex Van Pelt. Adam might know him from Green Bay days. I think, although he is a quarterback coach as his trade before offensive coordinator, I don't know enough about him to say, yeah, he's going to be able to develop a guy and produce the goods from him. I've seen more from Kingsbury. So I personally think the Commanders' job is a better situation for one of these young guys to land. And I also think it might be a better situation for Jayden Daniels as well going there. I think Drake Maye might fit the Patriots better too. So for me, there's more upside at the Commanders, especially with the division they're in as well. You've got a Giants team that's not quite, it's still a bit dysfunctional at the minute. A Cowboys team where it might not be great in the future, and then the Eagles are always going to rotate and be good. So I think that would be where I'd want to land.
I mean, same sort of question for you, Adam. But I suppose, who do you think is going to go first, Drake Maye or Jayden Daniels in this draft?
I think Drake Maye should. I don't know. It's really difficult because you're dealing with a Commander's new ownership, so you don't really know quite what you're dealing with here. They're very they've sort of come from the basketball scene as well, haven't they? The owners of the Commanders. So you do wonder if there's a feeling that they want to make a big splash that's a little bit more sort of the sort of thing you would get in basketball. I do wonder if they might go for Jayden Daniels, just because I think he might be a bit more. I think he'll probably be a bit more marketable. I think he'll be probably a bit more exciting. I think it will help to get people through the door. So I do think if you get owners like this, and it seems like they want to be involved as owners as well. It's not so much that they are just going to let the GM get on with it. It does feel like they want to be involved, and obviously they've selected their GM as well. I do wonder. I get the feeling they might go for Daniels, but they should go for Drake Maye, I think.